Hello, and welcome to Caffeine Entertainment. This is another episode of Backlogs and Replays, and quite frankly, it's a long overdue one. Finn and I, we've been both dealing with some stuff here recently, which really delayed this show by, I don't know, about 6 weeks or so, maybe, give or take. But today, we are taking a look at a little indie title called Inscryption. Could be interesting. Who knows? So, Finn, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Obviously, we're worth waiting for. So, for the people who have, been waiting every day and checking every night to see if the video for review of Inscryption is up or reaction, here it is at long last. But yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, every 5 minutes.
like Mike did the game, I'm sure.
Yes, every minute that I can count on two hands. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you want me to talk a little bit about it first, or do you want to do that? I mean, it's been a while. I'm going to be honest. It's been a little while since I got in there. So
for me too.
Yeah. But
I think this is a show that we absolutely have to do because we did the last backlogs and replays, and we said this is going to be the game, and so we got to do it. But it has been a while. I will admit that, and I had kind of thought a few days ago I probably should kick it off again just so I can remember what the hell it was all about. But it is what it is. We're going to wing it, as I say. It was the first. Okay, so
this was like a revenge thing for you. Like, let's level set here. This was like Mike talked me into playing the Callisto Protocol and Dead Space remake. I need some revenge. Well, I think if I remember the conversation, that's how it went.
You're forgetting the essential part, though, Mike. I ended up enjoying both those games. You made me play a game I would not usually play, and I enjoyed it. So,
True.
Switch.
So, I mean, what are you going to do? Pick something you know for sure I'm going to hate, or at least you think.
I'll give Mike the same gift as he gave me. I will give him a game that he wouldn't usually play, but he'll enjoy thoroughly. So, did my gift work out? Was it the best Christmas gift you got last year?
Well, I loaded it up, and I did say, hey, start this game, and I started playing it, and then I realized I wasn't paying attention, so I ended it, and then I restarted the game with a new game. And it made a lot more sense to me the second time I went in there, and I mean, I gotta say, like, the what do they use, like 3 colors, maybe something like
red,
that.
Well, red, black, and maybe
sort of a brown or yellow color, I think. Yeah. So aesthetically, surprisingly, I thought, hey, this is actually kind of neat. The whole, atmosphere that it kind of builds was kind of cool. And I thought to myself, this is not a game that you would play. So, but, I convinced myself to keep going. And, I started to play it. And much to my surprise, I continued to play it. And I probably no, I'm just kidding. Of course I didn't. I played it for about, I don't know, maybe all combined with my two attempts at it for about an hour.
Oh, wow, Mike!
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
You gotta broaden your
horizons. The thing is, it's kind of like, what was the other one that you wanted me to play? That Marvel, what was it called? Something?
Midnight Suns, I think it was.
Yeah, Midnight Suns, yeah. Like, as soon as I see turn-based card-playing kind of game, I'm done. And it's just so not my thing. Not my thing. I really tried. I tried to like it. I thought, Finn...
Let's not overstate it here. You said it was a grand total of an hour. If that's your impression...
I tried. Even the like, as you kind of, your character hops through the woods to the next thing, I did that probably 5 or 6 times. And each time I wanted to try and like the battle interaction a little bit more. And each time my enjoyment went down just a little bit more. And I don't know, man. I
You're
don't
saying
know.
you really tried it. That reminds me of my kid when he goes upstairs and he's down 10 minutes later and says, Dad, I can't fall asleep. I'm like, it's been like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I actually, okay, so I will admit it. So when I first saw the game, I was like, "Whoa, this is like this is like something you would expect on a Commodore 64 or worse."
Yeah.
And it was a real throwback. And I don't even know why. I think I saw that there was reviews of it. I think that were
I
quite
think you
good.
told me it reviewed well.
Yeah, and it did review well. It got was in the 80s or and even 90s in places. So
Okay.
it reviewed well, so I said I'll give it a spin. And as soon as I saw it, I thought for a bit of a laugh, it would be good to get Mike to play this. But even myself,
See, this is what I put up with.
yeah. No, but even myself, I was like, geez, like And but then I said, okay, like and we didn't. If you remember as well, if for full context, we didn't have a game for the next game, so I
We
just
did not.
so I just
Hey, we're in that situation again now.
yeah, I think we'll have to make something up, or we'll have to have an interim show to get a new one, unless you've got something already lined up. But yeah, to be honest though, I was struggling as well with it, and but I persevered, and there is it's hard to go in. It's hard to get into describe it too much without going on and on about it. But it ends up being like a bit like the Blair Witch found footage type thing, and you're playing a video game that they try to destroy, and then the game completely change. It's still a card combat game, but it changes completely midway through, and then it changes to another thing again for because like there's like three acts
Oh, okay.
interspaced with found video. So I probably could have put a good. I finished it,
Okay.
and
Good for you, man.
you were saying it was when I played on the Xbox and PlayStation. Well, I did both. I finished it and I enjoyed it, so I did it again. On
Oh.
so I mean I think so to be clear, I think it was like 10 hours to complete it, and then
Mm-hmm.
I probably put another 6 or 7 hours, and then I kind of, as I sometimes do, lost interest the second go around. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, like I found it like it's like I said before, it's not for everyone. I get it, but I did
Yeah.
like the whole originality of it. It's something that appeals to me about games, something a bit different. The whole thing about the it's not giving anything away, but one of the reasons I was very frustrated at the start as well. But every time you die, your deck gets a bit better. So
Oh, okay.
it's actually meant for you to go through various iterations, and as you go through the iterations, the found video clips in between start, and you start realizing, oh, this is something bigger going on here, and you end up like it's almost like they break the whatever they call it, the fourth wall. And so you
Okay.
know that you're in a video game, but the guy playing you doesn't know you're in a video game, that kind of stuff. And this guy then, some of the cards you have are even important characters as well. Like there's like four bosses, and what you're playing one boss, and the other three bosses are cards. But so it's a bit,
Okay.
it's all about weird. And as I say, without going into it at length, which I know you don't want me to do, it's hard to
Oh
explain.
no, please, please.
But I
Yeah.
enjoyed it quite a bit. Like, and
Well,
it wasn't consistently enjoyable. I will say that it had its ups and downs, but as I say, I wanted to persevere with it, and yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit when I was in Quebec. It was
well,
obviously a bit slower paced and something that you can pick up and put down fairly easily.
and like I say, like at first, the aesthetic of it and the way the story was being told initially, I thought this is kind of cool. It's just I can't do that style of game. I don't know. I don't know. If there was like a different battle method or something, if that part of it, but the story aspect and the way it was presented, I thought looked kind of cool. So, for people that like a turn-based game, you should give it a try. it's got some appeal there. I can see that. That's just not my style of gaming. That was kind of my style about the time that text-based games kind of went away. So if you go back to around the 80s, I probably would have liked that.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Yeah. No, but I got quite a lot of it. I got a lot of juice out
awesome.
of it, and like it was on. To my surprise, I think I started on Game Pass, and to my surprise, either it was a monthly PlayStation Plus game or it was on PlayStation whatever Premium or Plus or whatever.
Right.
As
Yeah,
well.
I started it the first time on Xbox, the second time on PlayStation.
Yeah, like I got quite a good, like as I say, it wasn't something that I think if its main failing, I think it wasn't consistently paced or of consistent quality. It felt
Right.
like it lagged a little bit towards the middle, and then it got better again to get towards the end, in my opinion.
Okay.
But
Well, I tried to convince myself that maybe I can use my portal and I'll just play a bit while I'm in bed and then I'll play it. Yeah, it didn't work out.
yeah,
But
you're probably insomnia was cured though for
yeah.
a couple of days.
Well, what happened was I started playing a bit of Ghost of Tsushima instead, and that was fun. So
By contrast,
yeah, who knew? But yeah, so I don't know. Did you happen to capture any gameplay? Do you have any footage or anything? Okay.
I didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
I think as well, just for anyone who's watching, and I've already let the cat out of the bag a little bit, but I think you may not enjoy it for anyone who's watching who wants to pick it up. But if you are into kind of indie, kind of a bit of horror vibe as well,
Yeah, it had a little bit of a dark theme to it, it felt like.
yeah, quite a dark theme, and it gets
Yeah.
darker as well as it goes along. So if you're into that kind of, I guess, motif, and you are into kind of indie games, like things are a little bit different, I would give it a shot. And I almost think it's better not to give like some gameplay footage because I think it's something if you might like it, you probably just want to experience it.
Yeah. No, that's a fair comment. So, I wouldn't. The last thing I want to do is turn somebody away from this type of game because I do think there's potential there. And if you like that style with the darker theme, the more bland kind of colors, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, but it is kind of just very basic on so many fronts. Yet the concept, like I said, I do think it seems cool. I just can't do that style of combat. It just doesn't work for me. And but for someone that likes it, I can definitely see there could be some appeal there. So I don't want to beat it up too much. It's just it's just one of those it's not for me scenarios.
Yeah, I guess that it might be the case, but yeah, like I enjoyed it anyway.
Yeah. So in terms of a next game, I think maybe what we'll do, we'll just surprise people, and we'll take this offline, and we'll talk about it a bit, figure out a game, and it'll be a surprise, a New Year's surprise.
There you go.
Right on. So do you want to give it a rating?
Yeah, I would give it probably about an 8. I mean, I think just in terms of execution, it's probably more of a 7, I would say, or maybe even lower. But I'm kind of balancing but I think then in terms of originality and the fact that it changed things up way, like a lot midway through, and then again towards the end, I give it a lot of points for originality. So I'll probably give it about an 8.
Okay. I don't feel honestly like I should rate it because, hey, I just didn't play it that much, and I don't think that'd be fair. Like I say, I won't repeat myself, but in general, if you're into it, do it. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it and you got a lot out of it from the sounds of it, especially it's in Game Pass, it's in PlayStation Premium or PlayStation Extra, whatever the heck it's called. And you can, if you've got it, it doesn't cost you anything to go and give it a shot. So
and it is very frustrating at the start because your deck does start out quite sucky. But as you go through it, as I say, your deck gets better and better. You get more powers, so to speak, in a roundabout way. So if you
Cool.
can, if you think you might like it, just persevere a little bit, and it'll probably get better, and then get
Right on.
worse, and then get better again at the end.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, Finn, that wraps it up. I think. Let them know where they can find you.
You can get me on Twitter or X rather with FinTintin with one instead of the first I, and then FinTintin, all alphabetical characters on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. I got it out. I got it out of there at the end.
Yeah, I do have the advantage because I did put out a few videos while we were in our situation, stuff that I'd pre-recorded and whatnot. But so I'm a little bit more well briefed on the exit part of this. So although I screwed up in the last one a little bit, but anyway, I am at Mental9R on X. I am Mental9R on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam, and just about anywhere else you can play games. Except you'll find us on YouTube at Caffeine Entertainment and also on Rumble at Caffeine Entertainment. If you did enjoy this video and our ramblings, there's a lot of videos on the site now. Appreciate you checking those out. And maybe if you haven't, hit that like button as well, and or the subscribe, and maybe even a follow on Rumble. That'd be greatly appreciated. One more time, I'm at Mental9R. He's at FinTintin. This is at Caffeine Entertainment. Don't forget, it's time to wake up and play some games.